Hey everyone, welcome to today's special Facebook Live event. We are so glad to have you with us here today to really just take a moment to reflect on 2024 and look ahead to an exciting 2025. I'm Jenny. I'm one of your hosts for today's live event, and we've got some great things to share with you about Penn Foster and some tips for our amazing community in 2025. With that being said, I'll pass it off to Jess to give some reminders.
Thanks, Jenny. I am super excited to chat 2024 and 2025. So we are looking back and we are looking forward. This Facebook Live is all about conversation. So please make sure you share your thoughts in your comments below. Tell us where you're tuning in from. If you've enrolled in Penn Foster or if you have any other questions, drop them in the chat and we will respond to them. We'd also love to hear from you all and feel all the excitement. So if you have any wins to share from this year or things you're looking forward to in 2025, definitely let us know. And as a reminder, please avoid sharing any public information in the comments as this is public. So don't put your student number or anything below. So if you are a current student and you have questions about your account, you can give us a call at 1-888-427-1000. And if you are not a current student and you are inspired by this live to possibly enroll and you have questions, you can give us a call at admissions at 1-888-427-6500. So now we are going to jump in. And like I said, we're going to start with 2024, looking back, and then we are going to move into 2025. So Jenny, will you kick us off with a look back at the amazing year that was 2024?
Yeah, I definitely can. Thank you, Jess. Thank you for the reminders. We accomplished so much together, and here at Penn Foster in 2024, we have a lot of things that happened that are amazing. One of them being our 2024 Graduate of the Year contest. Jess, I don't know if you're aware, but we had over 500 submissions. That's a lot, right?
Yeah, I did not know we had that many. And that is honestly just so inspiring to know that so many students felt so proud of their journeys that they submitted. So that's so incredible. And if you did submit for Graduate of the Year this year, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, so with that being said, over 500 submissions, we had a really tough time picking our finalists and winners. But we ended up picking one, and the lucky student is Numuch Kwan. Apologies if I didn't pronounce your name correctly, but you are the 2024 grad of the year. Numuch is actually a Penn Foster grad and is actually a pharmacy technician student right now. So congratulations on graduating and starting your journey. We're supporting you on the sidelines, but congratulations again for being the 2024 grad. Going back to graduation, we actually hosted in Georgia this year, so over 1,000 grads and their families were able to attend and just walk the stage. We had a lot of great performances, one of them being from Penn Foster alumni and American Idol finalist Quintavis Johnson. That's crazy, an American Idol finalist. It was a great time. Thank you so much, Quintavis, for joining us. He did an amazing job pumping up the crowd with his hosting skills and singing. And I wasn't able to go, but Jess, I know that you were able to fly into graduation. How was that like this year?
Oh, Jenny, I could talk about graduation for an entire like Facebook Live if I could, because it was my first Penn Foster graduation. It was actually the first one that we had had since 2020 when COVID hit. So it was, oh, sorry, it was the second one that we've had. We had one last year in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and then in 2024 we hosted in Duluth, Georgia, and that was my first one I was able to attend. And it was, in a word, if I had to pick one word to describe it, it was just so energizing and emotional. Like being in the room with the graduates who flew from all over the country, like planes, trains, automobiles, got these students and their families to Duluth, Georgia, so that these students could walk the stage and accept their diplomas. And another really amazing thing that I think about graduation is that if you are there in the audience at graduation, it doesn't matter if there are 100 students at graduation or if there were, it was our biggest ceremony yet with over 1,000. Every single name of every individual in that room gets read out loud, and they get the opportunity to walk across that stage. And it's just like such a rite of passage that you might not get, doing online school other places, but we really, really appreciate the fact that we can have this ceremony and bring all of these students together. And we appreciate every student that came out to walk across the stage, because as amazing of a day as it is for the students and their families and the grads, it's so emotional for us. And it just really, really, ugh, it's the best. It's the best. And I can't wait for you to be able to go in 2025, Jenny. You're going to have an absolutely amazing time.
Yeah, I'm super excited to attend next year's graduation. Everyone, when they speak about it, there's nothing but good things and good feelings around it. Actually, a lot of you students right now are curious about 2025's graduation. We're currently in the process of planning, but keep your eyes out on our social media accounts for when we have that information finalized. And hopefully, you all out there will be able to attend and walk next year because, like Jess said, it's a great event. Bring your family and friends if you're able to, but really, it's an acclamation of all your just hard work and effort. But with that being said, we have a lot of great students to really just highlight from 2024 and from graduation. One of them we did an emotional interview with, and the student is named Ian and his mom Nancy. So shout out to Ian and his mom Nancy. Ian had previously felt like traditional school wasn't for him. So he was actually able to thrive with Penn Foster because it's very flexible and self-paced, and he was really just able to take charge of his own education with the support of his mom and just reach his goals. Because of that, he's actually planning to enroll in college. So shout out to Ian. We hope you continue to achieve and surpass all your goals. All of us here at Penn Foster are really just rooting for you, and we're glad that you had a great experience with us. Another student that I would love to highlight is Gabriella. She has an amazing story. Gabriella graduated high school early with us. So she was actually able to pursue her dream of being an actress, being on stage. And with the self-paced courses, she was able to own her experience, just like Ian, and just move through the classes on her own terms. Just because of scheduling, you're able to do it at night, in the morning, on your breaks. Really, it is just up to you. And the cool thing about her story is that once she was able to graduate, she took on a dream role in the stage production of Willy Wonka. Isn't that amazing, Jess? I am a big fan of Willy Wonka. What do you think about that?
Oh, I as an actress myself, because I also love to perform and be on stage in my personal life, it that story just like really hits me right in the heart, just knowing that because of a flexible Penn Foster education, she was able to make her dreams of being a stage performer real, because that is not an easy job. That is shows every night of the week, dancing, singing, acting. You are exhausted. Your schedule is crazy. So being able to, you know, get her education and graduate from high school while also performing just like really warms my heart. And it's actually very similar to Quintavious' story, Jenny. I know you mentioned him earlier. I actually got a
Yeah.
really cool selfie with him at graduation, which like is like my claim to fame. He did Penn Foster because he was also like traveling and performing and singing, and the opportunities that he was able to have because of his flexible education just really, really helped push his fame to the next level. And I'm so proud of all the graduates, but that Gabriella's story is just a little bit, it really touches me as a lover of the arts and a performer, and just really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely amazing to just hear students and their story and how they're taking their experiences into real life. To think that, oh, your dream is to work on stage, and to hear that Gabriella made it to Willy Wonka, that's just amazing. And Willy Wonka, I'm sure many people have watched it or read the books or know the stories. So congrats to Gabriella. We're again supporting you on the sidelines as well. And hopefully you're watching the Facebook Live right now. So if you are, make sure to comment below and give a shout out and let us know that you're here and to say hi. Other things that happened in 2024 here at Penn Foster, we celebrated Vet Tech Week and Medical Assistance Week. Those were two awesome weeks where we really highlighted the program and the students. Being a vet tech, being a medical assistant is not an easy job to do. You're interacting with people every single day. For vet techs, you're interacting with various animals. Medical assistants, you're interacting with people, keeping up to date on what's going on body wise. Really, these professions can be tough. But our students and grads like you are really just motivated to making a difference. So we had a great time really just highlighting you learners out there. And if you ever are curious about becoming a vet tech or a medical assistant or the programs that we have, make sure to check out our blogs. They're up online, also on our social media accounts. You could learn more about the roles, what is it that they do on a day-to-day basis, or even get more information about our courses. So a lot of great things there. But yeah, 2024 was just huge. Whether you finished a class or a lesson, you took your first steps towards furthering your education online or graduating. That's huge. You took a huge step towards reaching your goals in 2024. It takes a lot of work ethic to really just take a step forward to achieve your goals. So, shout out to all of you who really took the time to enroll in a class, to finish it, and to really graduate. You all should be really proud of yourselves. And now that we've wrapped up 2024 here at Penn Foster, Jess, I know that you're waiting to talk about 2025. That's what you've been talking about. So let's get to it. Let's break it down for me since I know you're pumped for the new year. Tell us more.
Yes, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to chat about 2025 with everybody. And our year is coming to a close. As we all know, the holidays are fast approaching. And then we are in a brand new year, which presents you with 365 new days to really start thinking about what you want your future to look like. But this year, in 2025, we're asking you to kind of ditch the idea of a New Year's resolution because resolutions and making hard goals can sometimes be really hard to meet. Instead, we want you to think about 2025 as your New Year's evolution. And it's time for you to make small, real change one step at a time. So instead of, those New Year's resolutions we hear every year. I want to lose this many pounds. I want to do this big, hard thing. Breaking that down into small, manageable goals to reach your biggest goal. That is the difference between a New Year's resolution and your New Year's evolution. And that is what we want everybody, whether you're a prospective student or you're working through your program now or you're a graduate, there's always a next step and a new door that you want to open. So we want you to be able to do that with real change one step at a time. Part of having a personal evolution is by setting achievable goals. So if you're a current student, an achievable goal could be finishing a class that you're struggling with, getting a higher grade on an exam than you expected, and just making the time to study with your busy schedule. And this could even mean carving out 15 minutes a day to read your lesson, create a study plan, make your note cards, take down some notes that really help you stick to your schedule and meet those smaller achievable goals. If you're not a student, but you're considering taking the next step towards earning a diploma or a degree with our flexible online programs here at Penn Foster, making a plan to get started could be the first step to that New Year's evolution. And getting enrolled could be the step after that. So make your plan, figure out what exactly you want to do, which direction you're going in, and then enroll. And enrolling in Penn Foster is really easy. You can sign up whenever you're ready online and you can begin your classes the same day. So whether you want to finish high school or start your college degree, you can decide which one of those first steps makes the most sense to you. And if you're motivated, you can start your first class as soon as you sign up. And just taking time to think about what you want from your future. And that doesn't have to be a new career or a new job. Like these can be goals outside of your profession, right? Being able to work from home. And then that kind of translates to creating a home that works for you to be your office. Don't think that your New Year's evolution just has to do with your career goals, because you can have many goals outside of that that are also stepping stones to reaching your final destination. Other achievable goals that you can make in 2025 is to just update your resume. Whether you just started school or you're graduating, it's never a bad time to update your resume. I know for me, I usually update my resume about once a year, even if there's not a ton to add to it, just to update dates and things like that. It's worth doing. Jenny, would you say that you update your resume, once a year, every 6 months? Like, what's your resume update plan?
Yeah, I definitely do once a year as well. I think it's just great to really look at your resume to see what you've been doing and update it with new responsibilities that you might have. If you're not looking at it for years, you might forget all the things that you've accomplished. So definitely good to go in once a year, give it a good check, and if ever another opportunity arises, you'll have it ready to go. But definitely don't let it sit in the dust. Definitely take a look at it. I would agree.
Yep. And adding to that, and then moving on to the next achievable goal, every time you update your resume, make sure you are updating your LinkedIn with the same skills and new updates at the same time, because LinkedIn is like your virtual resume for a lot of people. And that kind of transitions into the next achievable goal, which is network. If you aren't already using LinkedIn or you don't have a LinkedIn set up, create one. Or if you had one from years and years ago and you haven't looked at it in a while, jump on there, update to a new picture, add in all of your most recent relevant experience, connect with your friends, connect with people from your field or friends from school, or just people who are working in the industry that you want to work in. And you can even use LinkedIn to look for new jobs. So making sure that your LinkedIn is up to date is really important when or if you go to do that. Jenny, I know I'm a big LinkedIn fan. I know you're a big LinkedIn fan as well. How has it helped you in your career, would you say?
Yeah, I am definitely guilty of using my LinkedIn, even on the weekend. I hate to admit it, but I love LinkedIn. Like you mentioned, it's such a great way to connect with your friends and old colleagues. But how I like to use it is really looking at the stories that are posted on there. I like to stay up to date with various news. I myself work in marketing, so LinkedIn is the place where I go to keep up to date with news updates, what's happening in the industry, any new key players that I might want to connect with. LinkedIn, like you mentioned, is a place where you really can connect with other people. So, for example, if you're a current vet tech student and you see that there's another vet tech on LinkedIn and you'd love to get to know them more about their experience, you can go on LinkedIn, connect with them, set up a time to do a chat online or just grab coffee. I love LinkedIn Jess. There's just so many great things about it. And like you mentioned, make sure to go on there and update it just so that other people see what you're up to as well. But really use LinkedIn as a resource. Think of it as a huge network where you can definitely grow within the industry and professionally as well.
Yeah, I could not agree more. I'm also a big fan of LinkedIn. Maybe not as big of a fan as you. You might be a bigger LinkedIn fan than me, Jenny. But it definitely is important, especially it's been important for the last couple of years, but every year that we go forward and social media and online presences become a lot more important, making sure that you are represented the way you want to on that platform is huge. So that is a tangible real goal you can set for yourself in 2025 to move towards your New Year's evolution. But one a little bit less intangible goal that might just be something that you kind of do in yourself is taking time to celebrate yourself. This might be your hardest goal to achieve, but it is so worth it. I think we all have an inherent want to not celebrate ourselves so that we don't come off as egotistical or like we are, too obsessed with ourselves. But I say be a little bit obsessed with yourself. You are making real progress towards your goals. And when you hit a milestone or something that you think is really important and makes you feel good, celebrate that. You're so busy juggling work, life, relationships, and school that it can honestly sometimes be hard to appreciate you and the work that you're doing to better your life. So even if you just take 5 minutes to really give yourself a pat on the back and remember that you're amazing and you can do anything you set your mind to, that is a goal that once you've figured out a way to celebrate yourself in a way that makes sense for you is only going to help you every step of the way along your journey. So those are some goals that you can kind of set for yourself to try to achieve this New Year's evolution. And we really, really hope you do. And we cannot wait to be right alongside you as you do so. So as we mentioned earlier, we love when these things are a conversation, but we love when the conversation extends outside of Facebook Live as well. So tag us in your posts. If you've done something amazing in your program and you're really proud of yourself, tag us. We would love to see it and share in your excitement and just really celebrate you. So we want to celebrate you. We want you to celebrate you. And we cannot wait to see what all of your New Year's evolutions look like. This has been such a great conversation. I, coming into it, was not thinking about how many amazing things we've done this year. So, having all of that laid out just really makes me feel proud of Penn Foster and of all of you. If you have any more questions or you are interested in Penn Foster, check out pennfoster.edu, or you can call admissions at 1-888-427-6500. Or if you are an enrolled student and you are looking for help, you can give us a call at 1-888-427-1000. And we will help you the best that we can. And we have people waiting to chat with you. So whether you give us a call before the end of 2024 or at the beginning of 2025, we can't wait to hear from you.
Yeah, and echoing what Jess said, this has been such a wonderful way to cap off the year. A lot of great things happening at Penn Foster, from graduation to Vet Tech Week to really just highlighting our students. We're excited for 2025. Hopefully, a lot of you guys can make it out to the next graduation. We'd love to meet you, would love to take pictures and just hear more about your story. But for those of you who are watching, we hope you enjoyed your time with us. If you know anyone who might benefit from this conversation, please feel free to share and comment below. Like Jess said, we'd love to see it, whether it be on Instagram, X, or Facebook, or even LinkedIn. Let us know. But just remember that the future of your education is really just in your hands, and everyone here at Penn Foster is definitely here to help you guys out. But with that being said, have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you in 2025 until we meet again. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.